This last regular season weekend of IHSA baseball, a good one for Quincy High, thanks to the pitching here of Connor Schwindler out of a jam against Moline in the top of the fifth. We're tied at 3. Not for very long, however. Noah Harbin helping his pitcher out, going to the deepest recesses of left field. The solo blast extends Quincy High School to a 4-3 lead, but the Blue Devils were not done in the frame. Schwindler going to help out his own cause, flaring a deep double to right field. That would plate another run, make it 5-3. The Blue Devils would hold on for an eventual 5-4 victory. Schwindler gets the win, going 6 full innings and scattering 6 hits, while Grayson Cook picks up the save. But the Blue Devils struggled in game number 2 and fall to Jacksonville by a similar 5-4 decision. Roland Zanger 3 for 4 with 2 RBI in a losing cause. Meanwhile, across the Gem City, the usually spicy QD Plains rivalry proved decidedly one-sided today, much to Dave Greer's chagrin. QD up 4-3, bottom of the second. I barely turned on the camera when Dalton Miller does this, pounding a ball to deep right field to extend his team out to a 5-3 lead. Pick it up now in the top of the third. Plains threatening, but behind Alex Canoyer, this nifty double play gets the man out of a jam, and we get to go to work in the bottom of the third with the Raiders doing work, playing a game of tuck goose in this one. Tucker Tollerton, the 2-run single, he actually swiped an extra base as well, extends the lead to 7-3, and more fun to be had in the frame. Dalton Miller again going oppo, this time with the gap wedge, drops it in, scores Tucker Tollerton. It's 8-3, but again, Q&D was far from finished in this 5-run frame. Alex Canoyer right here about to help his own cause. He too goes oppo with the flare right there. It scores Mr. Dalton Miller, and the lead is now 9-3 in the frame. Pretty sizable, but about to grow ever more so. Jake Schisler about to do some work with a club of a different sort. We've seen him with a golf club. Pretty good with the aluminum right here. The short flare into right center field extends it to 10-3. The Raiders win by the 10-run rule today, 13-3 over Plains. And across Adams County, our much delayed but finally realized Be Like Grace celebration for the late Grace Shell in advance of Central Liberty today. Much more on that coming up on Sunday. Top of the first in this game, Hayden Spilker with a strikeout here for what should have been out number 3, but the ball is dropped by the catcher, then overthrown to first base, and somehow the Panthers come up with a run out of this. But Spilker was having no more of that tomfoolery. Nasty breaking stuff right here, bites for the strike, and he's out of the jam, and Logan Robbins is going to pick him up in the bottom of the frame with the RBI single here to tie it at 1. The Eagles win 5-4 in walk-off fashion. On the local Diamond scoreboard, Moline takes down Jacksonville 3-0 in that 3-game set at Quincy High. MACOMB falls behind Galesburg early on the road, rallies for 4 runs in the 6th, but just can't get back over the top as the Bombers drop a 7-4 decision. Rushville Industry with a 6-5 win over Bushnell West Prairie today. James Corey with 3 ribbies to the cause. And Fort Madison continues to gather steam early in its season with a 4-3 win today at Burlington Notre Dame. Jason Thurman goes 2 for 4 at the plate with a ribby. And finally, on the pitch today, Quincy High School traveled to Chatham-Glenwood, trying to be the impediment to a perfect regular season for the Titans, and that would be a tall order. Glenwood is legit. Quincy High School, though, getting some fine play in the net from Matty Hill in the back line, still didn't stop the Titans from scoring 2 in the first 10 minutes, including the first of 3 right there on the chip shot by Ainsley Wilson. Again, Matty Hill played spectacularly in the back, but still ended up giving up 6 goals in a 6-0 loss to still undefeated Chatham-Glenwood. With your Sunday sports wrap, I'm Sports Director Chris Dewar, reminding you to tune in on Sunday for our Be Like Grace celebration feature, as well as all the best in local news, weather, and sports.